I work a 9 to 5. I am a content creator. I have my own run club. I post content on social media every single day. I'm currently training for a marathon, and I've been training for marathons since November last year. I post a podcast every week, or at least I try to do it every week. I do things on the house. I have a husband. I have a family that I try to see every week at least. And I try to maintain a social life. I got tired from just saying all of that. Oh my God. And a lot of the times, people tell me how you do it all. I remember my ex manager from my ex job used to be like, you have to stop. You're doing a lot. How are you doing it all? And I do have to admit that I do feel like I do a lot of stuff. I know there's people that probably do triple the stuff. I have friends that their agenda every single day is like backed up, but I do feel like I do a lot. I do feel like I have a pretty busy agenda every week, and I'm just gonna tell you my tips and tricks and how to manage time and how to take the best out of every single day and organize yourself a little bit better if you don't know how to or if you're struggling with that. Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast One More Mile. I am Paula and I'm your host. To start off with this topic, I want to start with a quote that I saw when I was in high school, and is if you want to have everything, you're going to have to sacrifice one thing. You can have a good social life, good grades, and sleep 8 hours. When you're in high school, that's the three things that you want to have. You want to have a social life, good grades, and you want to sleep 8 hours. And I feel like you always sacrifice one. Me, being the nerd that I was, I sacrificed my friends a lot. So I had the best grades ever, and I used to sleep like a baby. But I know some people rather not sleep and just go out with friends and have good grades. And some people, they were failing in every single subject in high school, but they had the best social life and they will sleep. So in high school, in college, at work, at life, you cannot have it all. You're gonna have to sacrifice one thing. It could be one thing daily, it could be one very important pillar in your life, but you do not have to sacrifice the same thing all over again. For example, if today is Saturday, I'm just gonna do a full content day, and I know I'm not gonna be working at my 9 to 5. I know today is Saturday, I can sacrifice a little bit my husband time, my family time, because I already saw my friends in the morning at Run Club and I'm filming, but tomorrow I will spend time with my family and I won't film. So you're sacrificing certain pillars, but not every single day the same pillar, because then you're gonna go crazy and everything is gonna go bad. With this, I have to admit and I have to warn you guys that if you try to take it all, because you're gonna be able to take it all for maybe like a month, then you're gonna collapse and everything is gonna go down. So do not try to take it all. Please, please. I remember when I was in high school, I was 16 years old and I used to have a YouTube channel. I mean, you're watching me on my YouTube channel, but I used to post every single day during Christmas. I used to do Vlogmas, so I will blog the whole day in high school, at the gym, going home, and then I will edit at like I will stay until like 3 a.m. editing and posting it on YouTube, because editing a YouTube video is long. And then I will go to sleep for like 2 hours and then I will go to high school and then I will do that for like the 20 something days of Blockmas. That was awful. Why? Why? Where's the fame? Why did I do that for? Where are those videos? You get what I mean? So do not try to do it all because you're gonna fail. And with this one, I think that you need to establish priorities. What are your priorities? What is the most important thing on your list that you want to tackle down? And what are the things that you need to, check that no matter what? That even if the other ones fail, you're not going to feel as bad or it's not going to be as trouble. For example, in my case, right now, in this era that I have a 9 to 5, and the 9 to 5 is my main source of income, and that's how I pay rent and how I pay for food and my groceries and my electricity and everything. My priority at the moment is my 9 to 5 because I spend 40 hours in there. That's how I pay my bills. If I don't deliver at the 9 to 5, I'm going to be poor and I'm not going to have money and I'm going to starve. Period. So, okay, I know I need to tackle that one down. And then my other priority is my marathon training. Why? Because I love marathons. I'm running a marathon in 1 month and some weeks. And I have to train because I want to perform good. I don't want to go kill myself over there. So those are my two priorities for now. If you know that your 9 to 5 is not going to change and you're going to have time before 9 and you're going to have time after 5, schedule your time. Do not follow influencers. For the longest, I tried to work out before my 9 to 5. That does not work for me because when I go to work, I do a full face of makeup like right now. I need time to get ready. I cannot be waking up 5 a.m. I go to sleep late. So I just can't. I rather sleep more and do the things after. I rather go work out after my 9 to 5. So take whatever works for you. Maybe you can go on a walk and then you can do the things after your 9 to 5, or you need to sleep and just work and then you'll do it. Whatever works for you. But if you know that your work schedule is not changing, plan accordingly. I know for some people, I used to work in retail where my schedule would change every single week, and one day I will work the morning shift, the closing shift, the middle shift, and that's awful. And then you're like in the limbo, like, oh my god, what's going on? But if you know that your work schedule is not going to change, plan accordingly. You're winning there. My content and my videos are a huge priority of mine, even though it's not my main source of income yet. I enjoy it. It's something that I love. It's something that I enjoy. I've I've gotten to meet a lot of people. I've gotten to work with a lot of amazing brands, and it's something that I like. I like to express myself in this way. I like to be creative. I like to showcase my life, and that's just me. So if I want to keep that being a priority, and I want to keep posting 2 videos on TikTok every day, 3 videos on TikTok every day, a podcast, everything, I was talking to my friend actually on the train today. I batched a lot of content. Okay, so from one day you can take up to like 300 videos. I'm just gonna give my example on what my content is about, but you can adapt this to your niche and to your audience. For example, just by like the day that I had today. Today is Saturday, and I had run club in the morning, so I could do a full day in my life. Day in my life from since the moment that I wake up until I go to sleep. One video. Then I could do a blog of my run. Then we went for smoothies, or if I go to a restaurant with my friends or with my family, I can do the review of the restaurant. Then when I come home, I can do a get ready with me with the outfit, another get ready with me with the makeup. I could do an in-depth eye makeup tutorial. I can batch probably like 10 videos of like my poetry and like daily quotes that I've been posting. So that's like way more videos over there. I could do a product review. I've been doing reviews from perfumes lately. The discovery set from the Lavo, but any perfume, any product that you want to review that you have, you can do that. Then you can do a trend, like any dancing trend, anything. If you're with your friend, if you're filming, but I'm not gonna count that one. That's it. And yeah, I think that's it. In that day, you had 9 videos. 9 videos of just one Saturday. So if you dedicate, you have to showcase your life, and that's how I batch content, and that's why in the week I don't have to go film. I don't have to go above and beyond out of my 9 to 5 and go filming like crazy when I'm tired after working, because I already batched the content. I just gotta edit. And now here's another thing. Try to take advantage of time. I know sometimes we don't have control of things. For example, the train. If you have to commute every day to the office or to whatever you have to commute, and it's 1 hour commute, especially in New York, edit those videos. A lot of my friends are posting videos now, and I was talking to my friend Charlie about this, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'd rather not bike and edit because I'm on the train and I can edit. Yes, get your headphones and edit. edit. I do that. I edit on the train, and on the train I can edit like 6 videos easily. 6 videos. Pa, 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 pa. Keep them coming. And this not only applies to content creation, because you could be like, yeah, I don't create content. Like, what am I gonna do on the train? If you were trying to read a book and get more into reading, you can read a book on the train. If you need to pitch an idea for work, for a conference that you are gonna have, you can do that in your notes. If you need to, like, even just like doing random stuff like deleting screenshots that you're never gonna use from your gallery, you could do that on the train. You could be productive on the train. We just don't wanna do it. And when I think about the saving time, and especially commuting, especially in New York, because commuting everywhere feels like taking 1 hour train. If you're in Brooklyn and you're trying to go to Manhattan, everything is like an hour. Marathon training, I feel like I'm doing a world tour right now. I feel like I am. I did my first marathon this year in Paris. I'm doing my second one in Mexico City in a few weeks. I'm doing the next one in New York, and I'm doing the next one in London. So it's all kind of like back to back. It's been a full year of training for a marathon. Yeah, I started Paris in April, and then I'm gonna finish April in London next year. Water. But even though I enjoy it and I love it, with all the mileage that I've been putting, it's like I'm running 6 to 8 hours a week, because first of all, the fastest that you run, the fastest that you're gonna get over with. I don't run that fast, okay? So a long run is gonna take me 4 hours. A long run is gonna take me 3 hours. So from the moment that I leave my house and that I run and that I come back, so something that I've learned, and how to like integrate your time and make it more efficient and make it better, it's to find communities that share the same interest. With this one, I'm gonna do a self promo. I have my own run club with my best friend. It's called Goats Run Club. We run every Tuesday and every Saturday, and I do believe that some of the people that I've met here have become my friends. And it's people that we've seen each other at the movies. We hang out for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. We went to a graduation party. We went to Paris together. So it's basically friends. We're friends. Okay, I do consider this community to be a community of friends. So when you're actually running with someone that is your friend, you're killing two birds with one bullet. Okay, dos pájaros de un tiro. I don't know if I could translate the quote, but basically you don't have to go all the way out to make plans with friends like, hey, do you want to go for dinner, because you're already training and running. You're doing both. Yes, it's fun, and yes, it's needed to do things outside of training with your friends to create connections. For example, we will go here and there to get a coffee and to eat something. But I do feel like with this lifestyle that we're having, everyone is training. And also in 2025, everyone is busy. Even if you're not training for a marathon, you're busy. You have bills to pay. You have a life. So we gotta take advantage of this, and we gotta make it quick, and we gotta get to work. So this not only applies to run club. If you don't like running, that's okay. But there's something that you like. There's something that you like, and I know there's something that you like. So it could be that you like to go thrifting. Go with your friends thrifting. If you like reading books, go join a book club. If you like painting, go meet people at a painting class, or Pilates, or any sort of classes. There's a lot of a community that you could build where you can do the stuff that you like. And now you're probably saying, like, what about the friends that I have already that they're not part of any community and they don't do anything with what I've normally do? I will say just try to be strategic with your time. I know sometimes we love to, like, I this is very Ecuador, but I used to love when you can just go to a friend's house and like spend the whole day there and do nothing. I haven't had a day like that since I moved to New York. New York is very, and I feel like no, it's since you become an adult, because even in Ecuador you become an adult and like you have to do stuff, you have to go to work. So it's gonna kill the magic a little bit, but schedule your time with your friends. Be like, hey, I can go for dinner and then I have to go home and do some work stuff. Or like, hey, can we hang out for like brunch? Maybe you can come with me, do my errands, but I have to like don't be scared of setting up boundaries about your time, because if you're gonna try to achieve all of the things that you want to do, you can be lingering around the whole day. Here and there is fine, but it's just gonna like you're not gonna waste. I don't think that spending time with a person the whole day doing nothing is wasting time, but you're not gonna be as productive as you could be towards your goals and the things that you want to achieve. Or even you could try to introduce your old friends into your new friends or into the new habits that you have, or even you can pick up together a new hobby. But yeah, just try to keep activities and friends together just so you tackle down those easier. Pa, 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 pa. Like if you know you have to meal prep and get ready for the week and like have everything batched out, call your friend, be like, hey, I have a bottle of wine. Can you come home? Can we meal prep? We'll cook together. Like, we'll get everything ready. I think we should normalize that. I think we should make a thing where you kind of like a baby shower, kind of like a house shower, whatever is it, where you invite friends to your home and you clean together your home and then you cook and then you just chill and eat the food and then you do the same in their home. Okay, something that I struggle and I struggle a lot is doing chores in the house, tackle them down as if it was a restaurant. You guys know I love my restaurant industry stories, but it is true. When you do the night shift, you know that every single day on the restaurant, you're going to have to put down the chairs and take the tables out and like put the dishes away and then fold some napkins. But that's the night shift. Because if you do the things correctly on the night shift, the morning crew is going to come and they're going to have everything perfect, ready for success on the breakfast. The same thing is for your home. So if you tackle down the dishes, if you fix everything together, you put away the laundry, you do a little 10-minute, 20-minute reset every night, in the morning, you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, this is amazing. Rather than you letting things pile up and have everything a mess, then the weekend's going to come and you're going to spend 5 hours trying to clean the house when you could have done 20 minutes here and there every day. So try to tackle those down little by little just so it doesn't accumulate and then you lost a lot of time trying to clean the house. Ooh, this one is a little controversial, but I feel like it's also because I'm married and we're about to make 2 years married. And I do feel that life moves a little bit different once you're married than when you're dating and when you don't live together. But surprises, or maybe it's me, but I've never liked surprises. Even when we were dating, they give me anxiety. Like, I guess because I'm a Virgo, I want to be in control of everything. I don't know. But I don't like surprises. And even here, like, just because I have a busy schedule and because I want to do all of these things, for me, a surprise is like, you ruined my whole schedule. And I shouldn't be taken like that. And I know, but I've come to the point, and maybe this is something that you can work with your partner too, if you are like me, where we plan our dates and we're like, okay, I know this is happening. Or if you want to surprise me, you can surprise me August 21st because I'm going to be off that day. Okay? Because sometimes it happened that I know I'm training for a marathon and I know my husband supports me and everything, but I know he doesn't understand because he's never run a marathon and he's never trained for a marathon. So he doesn't know the importance that for me that it is to train. So I will come home from work 7 p.m. because I get off 6:30 and I'm like tired, but then I'm switching clothes to like, oh, come on, I gotta go train for this marathon. I gotta go run. And then he's like, oh, but where are you going? I order food right now and like I rented a movie for us to watch. And like I don't want to tell him no because I love spending time with him and I love watching movies with him and connecting. But at the same time, I want to train for this marathon. Like I already had it planned. So that's where surprises for me are like a little, I get stressed and then I feel bad. And then if I go on the run, I'm going to feel bad for him. But if I watch the movie with him, I'm going to feel bad for me. So it's a whole thing. And if you guys are like me, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I know we need to relax, but it's okay. So we have opted for uh scheduling things. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna surprise you August 21st at 7 p.m. No, but like try to be more mindful of each other's time, and like, yeah, when you hang out with your friends, when I hang out with my friends, see when we're gonna try to feed those date nights, because they're necessary to keep the flame alive, but also just to not disrespect any other people's timing, your spouses, your friends, your work life, and have everything a little bit more balanced if you are like me and you can take surprises. Guys, get a planner. Get a planner, get an agenda, get something. My best friend, he uses Notion, and I just can I don't like it. I don't like it. I use it because I have to use it and share stuff for the run club that we have. But Notion, I think, is a really good app if you like digital. But I like my pen and paper. Pen and paper. I had like 7 agendas. One is for like my numbers, one is for like, my content, my work, another one is for my daily tasks, everything. So I write things down, cross them. The satisfaction of crossing a thing, but also it's gonna save your life. It's gonna save your life because you're gonna have, when you have it in your mind and you don't put it in your phone and you don't put it in a piece of paper and you don't put it on an ocean, it's gonna go. It's gonna disappear and you're gonna forget about it. So keep an agenda. Even if it's digital, keep an agenda. I think the most important thing about this topic is to take as much rest and as much of not planning things days that you can get without hurting your goals and the things that you want to do. Ever here and there, I will take one day out of the month and I will do nothing. I will stay in my PJs. I will stay home. Don't train, don't run, don't shower, don't do anything. Just watch movies, popcorn, and just relax. And you deserve that, and you deserve to not have your mind going at 10,000 miles per hour, because if you don't take that, it happened to me last December. I was going like pa 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 pa, doing all this stuff. I was traveling too, pa 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 pa, and then one day I collapsed and I got very sick, and I had to ended up calling out of work, and I spent 7 days doing nothing, which felt great, but again, it's not something that we want to do. So please take rest in between. But if you have any tips on time management, if you have any tips on how to navigate doing it all and having it all for anyone that's struggling, please comment those tips down below. Or if you need me to go more in depth into something else, please, again, let me know. I will link all of my social media in the description, and I will see you guys on our next episode on next week. Hopefully. I'll see you soon. Bye.